You guys gonna circumcise your children?
Nah.
You know, I'm really not sure. You know, because on one hand, you know, I want all of their penises to look exactly like mine.
They can't be bigger. They can't be smaller. If they're too much bigger... Welcome to the AnythingCast, by the way. I'm Patrick.
I'm Eric.
I'm Will.
And our children's penises cannot be bigger than ours. They can't be bigger or I'll be ashamed. They can't be smaller or I'll be ashamed.
I don't really care, but like I'm kind of like cats and dogs. Like I don't care one way or the other, but if you were to put a gun to my head, I guess I'd say circumcised.
Oh, I thought you were talking about their penises. I was like, well, dog penises, obviously. I was like...
Much more comfortable.
Yeah, I'm just saying, well, cat penises have the thing, and then dog penises have the thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But... Can
he's trying to piece it all together. He's like,
Cats
wait.
have barbed wire around their dicks is what he means.
And what do dogs have?
A tennis ball.
Yeah, that's right. They've got the knot, baby. Hell yeah. God, nothing I like more.
You're gross, Patrick.
Yeah, so...
Welcome to this Christian-based podcast.
We're a very strict, conservative Christian Muslim
Welcome to the Mississippi podcast. I do have... It is weird that we're in Mississippi and some of the shit that we talk about.
I suppose.
Considering what...
It's only natural how repressed we probably grew
Yeah,
up.
it is.
That's kind of how most of us met.
Yeah, it really is.
Saying outlandish bullshit to each other.
Is.
I mean, I met Will through you.
Yes, of course.
You
but
know,
you
how'd you
met
and Will
Will
meet?
through the knot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We really tied that knot, didn't we?
God damn it. This is getting worse. Considering you work at a kennel, this is getting worse by the minute. You would have the ability to do so. Ugh. Yeah. Has that happened there yet? Has a woman fucked the dogs yet?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay,
we
you've
did
gotta
have
ask.
a scare of somebody. We were worried that a dog might have been molested once that we had gotten.
Oh no.
Had some trauma to some
Certain areas.
Yep.
Yeah.
We were never entirely sure about that. That dog was all kind of fucked up.
That's what we call tying the knot. So you got to ask though. You need to ask.
No, I think I would be fired for asking that.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying. We had Mandalore on the podcast. He used to take care of horses, and he was very adamant about how some people wanted.
Some people really, really like horses.
Yeah, exactly. Circumcising your children.
Yes, yes.
Were you guys going to circumcise your kids?
No.
I'm 50-50 on it for the most part.
I'm definitely not.
If you put a gun to my head, I'd be like, I guess get them circumcised because
Really?
it's more normal.
Cock mutilation is normal to you?
I mean, yeah, it never bothered me any.
I'm not into the politics of it. I'm just like, if the doctors doesn't even bother to ask.
Exactly. That's how
like,
I am.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like that. Yeah, too. Like, I mean, I guess like.
I'm
but
not
you
going to
know
mention
their ass
it.
is going to ask.
Like, if the
I'm
doctor
not gonna ask.
didn't
If
even
it-
ask me, I'd just be like, okay.
Moment
I
your
wouldn't-
son is born.
I would not care.
Like, I guess if the doctor like came up to me like very specifically and was like, "Hey, do you want like your son to get circumcised?" I'd have to be like, "Do you have like a
A
pamphlet?"
rabbi? Do you have a rabbi on staff that can do it with his teeth?
Well, I need
because I need it to be done
traditionally.
yeah, exactly.
I guess I'd be like, is there like a pamphlet? You know, like, what are the health benefits? You know.
I would just say.
I mean, in the modern age, there's nothing particularly. Like, it's not particularly hard to take care of an uncircumcised penis.
Like, I'm just
Yeah.
uneducated about it. I
It's
don't
a
know
little
anything.
bit easier. It's a little bit cleaner.
It's not like Mississippi's taught me anything
You
about
don't
Most
it.
ever
of
have
the
to worry
world
about
doesn't
smegma.
do it. If that helps at all. Most of the world does not do it. We live
Which
in a
is
place
weird.
where they do it very regularly because Mr. Kellogg said it was a good thing to do. And that is not a joke.
It's
We
so
do it because of Mr.
weird
Kellogg.
that, like, you know, like the Christian conservative element is like adamant about circumcision, even though Christians aren't circumcised. Yeah, they're not pro.
Yeah, they're not Jewish. So,
Like,
I mean,
you know, up until like this weird American thing, we all get circumcised for
do you know
some
there's
reason.
there's a book of the Bible that's in Apocrypha where Jesus goes to a cave and 3 dragons come out and then he talks to the dragons, and then they lay and bow before him, and then he calms them, and then they go hang out in the cave for a while.
No, that's not canon.
It's not
It's
canon. It's
apocryphal.
literally not canon.
This is all those kind of weird books that popped up alongside it. Now, to be fair, some of the really old ones might be legit if you believe any of that.
What it is it's
like-
head canon. It's up here.
Well, I mean, people kept writing about it.
What the
like,
fuck is a yellow dragon?
So the thing is that like specific areas had specific books that they thought were books of the Bible.
Yeah, they just wrote their own shit as
Yeah.
the legends got passed down to
Pretty
them,
much.
You know.
Yeah, until the Council of
Nicaea.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
And,
then
then,
they-
Where
sorted
Santa
through-
Claus.
Where Constantine was pissed off at all the fucking Christians being like, no, mine is right, no, mine is right, no, my fanfiction is
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yes.
He said, figure out your head canon and get it in a book.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
also-
Constantine so did not actually care about Christianity. He was just like, oh my god, get your shit together. I so don't care, but you guys' squabbling is literally going to tear the empire apart over whether or not he was a ghost, a man, or a god, or some combination of the three.
Or a dragon prince.
Yeah, like, let's just get it all down. Everybody agrees with the one thing, and then we all move the fuck on.
Before I crucify the lot of you.
Yeah, I mean, well.
Yeah.
And thankfully, all the Christians agreed, and they have never argued since.
Or gotten crucified since.
Yep.
Jesus wasn't the last guy to get crucified, right?
Fuck no.
Yeah, like there were tons.
No, all of his disciples.
People have been
Yeah, 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 yeah,
crucified
yeah.
like
Well, I remember
this
one of them got
century.
crucified upside down.
Yeah,
that
Peter.
might not. That's not in the canon of the Bible either. Actually,
No, but it's like documented.
There was also one of them got his
it's
head
disputed
cut off. I think
as
Paul
to
got his
whether or
head cut
not
off.
Paul. I think Paul was the one who got hung upside
No,
down on
it
the
was
cross.
Peter, right?
Peter. It may
Yeah,
be.
Peter. Peter was the one that became the first pope.
Because it's the crucifix of Peter, who that's the upside down cross.
Yeah, yeah, he became the
Right,
first pope.
which is not a sign of anti-Christianity. It is.
It is these days.
It's a sign of this podcast.
That's how culture changes, baby. Sociology. Woo!
the
Yeah.
sociology podcast.
I suppose it's much like the swastika or something. I saw a thing the other day where someone was showing random Japanese people like the normal one that they used to mark temples, and then like the swastika with the red background on the Nazi flag. And he was asking people on the street, like, do you know what the difference is between these two?
Yeah.
And they were just like, okay, that one on the left there is like just something you can see on like a local map that marks where a temple is or something. He's like, that one on the right looks different, but I don't know why.
It's
or
mirrored,
what it
right?
is.
Aren't they mirrored?
Yeah. And then eventually you got to this old guy who was just like, the one on the left is like a sign for temples. The one on the right is a swastika. I bet that none of the kids that you interviewed earlier knew that because the education system here sucks.
Where
and
was
they
it
don't tell
educated?
proper history.
Where was it at?
It was Japan.
Japan, really?
He was like, they don't tell enough like world history. It was just like, you know.
Well, yeah.
he was like,
Japan,
I'm fucking old as shit, so I know exactly what that fucking shit is.
Japan tiptoes around the World War II. Their politics
yeah.
around it
Ah,
is
yeah.
bad.
I wonder why that is.
And then we never went to Nanjing for anything at all.
We stayed on island and everything was fine.
I wish that we lived on an island. I wish
Then
Mississippi
we founded
was just an
Sony
island.
and
No, you
started
don't.
making computers, and everything was fine.
We'd have a lot more surfing.
I do not want that. I hate beaches.
But you've got the skin for it.
I hate beaches.
What the?
What?
I'm
You're
as
pale
dark,
ass?
if not darker than him. What are you talking
You are a
about?
liar.
It's close.
All right, yeah, it's close. That's
He's
weird.
maybe just a half shade darker.
Yeah, we're both
Like,
very
it's like-
medium.
What you're saying is he passes.
We're both
That's what you're saying.
I'm saying that we're both like vaguely
What
that our race is ambiguous.
What about us? What about what? Which?
No, you're very.
That's why
white.
I don't like.
But like,
That's why I didn't even have any clue that you had Native American heritage, just because I see people with a couple drops of Native American all over the place that still look white to me. Because I don't.
Because you're
well,
racist.
the thing about all that anyway, it doesn't even matter. I mean, race itself is just a fucking
it's a
capitalistic.
construct.
It's just a construct.
In
Wow.
late
No, I
stage
think race is
capitalism.
real. I think race is real. Like, no, it doesn't mean anything,
It
but
doesn't
it does
mean,
exist.
It exists. It doesn't mean anything. I mean but that's what it is. It just doesn't. It doesn't actually mean jack shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, like,
Other than
outside
like
of a couple of random physical features. that-
outside of like tribalistic thought process, it doesn't actually.
It's weird
mean
that we're
jack
getting
shit.
to the point to where people are actually discussing how classism is the real issue, and I feel like that's always what comes up before the fall. Doesn't it?
The fall is coming.
And what
always-
happens is the gap between the rich and the poor keeps getting wider and wider and wider, and the wider that gap gets,
I just
the bigger
like
the
how-
resentment gets between the
Yes.
haves and the have-nots.
I don't think there is.
And then that spills over
Then
eventually.
cannibalism happens.
I don't think
Unless
there's
the
a
pressure
casual
gets released.
anything anywhere where that does not get brought up all the time.
That's anywhere, anytime, forever. That's always been the state of things.
I was sitting at
Yeah.
a sushi restaurant before this podcast, and
Fancy.
Mississippi sushi. You know that. You know that's good.
Well, it's
In
not the
this
most
town-
casual restaurant
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
go to in Mississippi.
Um,
Generally,
was
the
a,
Japanese restaurants are somewhat nicer. Than
the table
some of the
next to us had like 6 people at it, and all it was a bunch of like the most down country redneck dudes you've ever heard in your life with the thickest accents, all wearing camo, talking about their run-ins with the police
others.
and how they each individually have had situations where they successfully ran from the police
Huh.
and got away from the police
We're
Yeah.
just observing people today. at the-
because of their big trucks. Their big giant engine block trucks.
That's very Mississippi of them.
It really
Camo
is.
from head to toe, sitting in the Japanese restaurant, loud redneck accent, talk about them times you hopped in your truck and ran from the po-po.
One of them was saying that he was really drunk when
that
the
also.
okay,
that-
but
makes sense.
the cop pulled him over.
I assumed they all were.
The cop pulled him over, and he had gotten away from the police successfully, but he ran into another cop.
Okay.
And then the cop pulled him over, and then he had a bottle of liquor in his car with him. And he had been like, he was drunk, but he wasn't drinking the bottle of liquor. And the cop took the bottle of liquor out, and he didn't breathalyze him or anything. And so he got away with it scot-free. But the cop was like, "What's this? Bottle of liquor?" And he was like, "That's a $2,000 bottle of liquor you got in your hand right there. That is." And I told him, "That is the most expensive bottle of liquor you will ever hold in your hands your damn life." And he said, I'll give it back to you. I say, "You damn right you gonna give that back to me." And then he let me go.
There is a YouTube channel who makes shorts, and it's like drawn. I have not sent it to you yet. I've been meaning to, but it's like drawn in a really shitty Adult Swim style format.
Like
that's the weird
Squidbillies?
guys who speak like this with their dad.
Kinda, yeah.
Yes, I know what you're
And-
talking about. I think I do.
Wait, is it like a goth guy, little goth country boy?
Little goth fella? Little goth
Maybe.
country fella?
I've seen a lot of interesting animations.
And
lately.
yeah. Anyways, and it's all like that, where it's just like a shittily drawn redneck dude being like, "And I told him, and that whiskey was the most expensive thing he had ever held in his life." Well, shit, that didn't cost me but $20 damn
Is that
dollars.
sick animation? You talking about sick animation? 'Cause
Nah.
It sounds a lot like it would be
But
sick
it
animation.
might be.
I have had a $200 bottle of whiskey before.
Yeah, that's all I could think was like $2,000 bottle of whiskey. Really, dude?
In Mississippi.
In
I
Mississippi?
think the highest I've seen
Anywhere
is like
near where we're at.
Exactly.
a couple hundred.
And,
Yeah.
and all I could think was like, I'm gonna ask Eric this later. Like, Eric worked in a liquor store. Where would this man get a $2,000 bottle of
I
whiskey?
don't think we had anything that hit $1,000.
Yeah, where would you
wanna
get that?
say Maybe like the really, really high aged. I know that there was a bottle of red wine that was $70 a pop.
It would, yeah, but
but
still,
like, yeah,
$2,000 for a bottle of whiskey, dude.
Like $250, maybe $300 for
That
a really.
you're not getting that option to
fine
you
aged
unless you go
scotch.
to a club somewhere.
Or
Yeah.
like mail order.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I-
you can't mail order in Mississippi for liquor.
Oh, that's true. You can't mail order
Yeah,
Mississippi.
unless you're going to a club somewhere, and it has to be like a fancy ass club.
You know how I
No way.
You know how I know
Yeah.
that? You know how I know that you can't mail order liquor in Mississippi? I
Because
bet
you've gotten one of those free wine delivery cards that have like
No.
the discount on, and
No.
you looked into it and realized
No.
that it didn't have jack shit.
it's actually kind of worse. I wanted to buy the wine from the vineyard of the guy who sings in Tool. I wanted to buy his wine.
Okay. And you can't because you can't get shipped here.
That's right.
Oh, we won't be able to get the skull vodka.
The only way you could get
we can buy the skull
Crystal
vodka
Skull?
anywhere. You can buy it anywhere.
Dude, what are you talking about? Crystal Skull's in every liquor store.
It really is. Which is weird. Dan Aykroyd makes that shit.
Yeah, I've got like 2 of those that I just keep empty bottles of because the bottles are cool.
You know he believes in ghosts and phantoms.
He's retarded.
He's fucking crazy. That guy's nuts.
They're out there, Eric.
How much do you think that that's just him being in Ghostbusters?
Here. Or at least, if they are here, there is this much evidence. All the space in between my fingers right there is how much evidence that there is that currently says that ghosts, Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, aliens that have technology that can allow them to reach Earth.
Patrick, put up the proof.
Audience.
Put it up. There it is. Do you
there
see it?
Oh my God.
Look at all of that hard proof.
Play the X-Files theme.
Audience, put in the comments below if you believe.
You're allowed to believe, but there is no evidence.
Put all your evidence in the comments.
Put it all down there. Like, just fill the comments with just copy paste.
If you just happen to be the one person who has solid proof of the supernatural.
Audience, make our comment section look like an X post.
You're the one human being who has real, irrefutable evidence of the supernatural. And you've just been holding this until you heard these 3 chuckle motherfuckers from Mississippi dicking around on our podcast. And this was the forum you decided to finally let the world know that there really is an afterlife. There really is life on other planets with advanced technology. And there really are mystical monsters crawling all over the earth.
Did you see the text message I sent you this morning about that truck?
Yes.
It just came back to me. The vision, like a fucking like a vision quest. I just saw the back
warrior.
Yes. Yep. I sent you guys a text message this morning. Did you not see it?
No.
Okay, hold on. I saw this truck this morning. I was driving to work, right? And I'm driving down the road and this truck passes me going like 90. Yeah. And I see the tailgate and the tailgate is wrapped. And it's wrapped in a
I do remember this.
It's autism puzzle pieces as a background with a realistic skull like you would see on a metal band shirt. Like it's like a realistic like he's badass. He's the baddest dude. There's like smoke coming out of the eye. Like it's so cool. And then it says what is it? Autism warrior in top text, and then bottom text it said fighting for my son. It was like a
down
meme
with the sentiment.
Yeah, me too. I'm down with the sentiment.
But I'll admit that the execution is pretty fucking cringe.
The top text, bottom text, image macro meme. It's so good.
I want to support this and like this. Like, just because, you have a kid with like mental disability.
Support
of some
it.
sort.
Fuck,
like,
I want to put him on
good.
the podcast. I want to bring him on the show. I want to talk to him about his truck.
I fuck if he comes. Shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If I see him again, I'm running him off the road.
Where did you get this thing? How did you get it on there?
Pit maneuver him.
Yeah, fucking take him out, dude.
Now you have a new disability.
Yeah, now
your son could be mentally and physically crippled.
Will gave that a slight smile.
Which we have no idea how bad his autism is. He might just have trouble with social
situations.
Yeah,
I mean,
he might be full on, like,
non-verbal.
I want to
like Will.
Yeah. No, he's like, I want to just imagine he's full on. He just fucking goes out of his way to hurt people. Hurt people.
He kills small animals. He's working
in
his
the
way
backyard,
up.
just biting the heads off of squirrels.
His dad's training him. I fight
I'm
this
autism for you, boy.
I'm training you to fight that autism.
He's got him on a leash. He takes him hunting with him. Snip out the animals.
He's got him on a trim cycle.
He's got a shot collar.
He takes him in a crate on the back of his fucking four-wheeler or something.
This
in
is
the
not,
truck. It's in the truck.
That is so fucked.
The door and comes out on all fours.
Of course, yes. Autistic screeching.
Oh, he's on to something. He's on to something. He found it. He found it.
What if you gave, like, you know how people that are retarded have like super strength?
That's the extreme generalization, but sure, I'm aware of
What
that.
if you put them on a trend cycle?
A trend cycle?
A trend cycle.
What is a trend cycle?
Steroids.
You just
Then
jacked
they
as hell.
have ultra hyper retard steroids.
Patrick,
strength.
put up the picture.
And they'd also have roid.
They'd be the Down Undertaker.
Yeah, that's true. They would be the Down Undertaker.
Oh yeah, we already made this joke, I guess, didn't we?
On an
approached
episode that I will never forget the name of.
Down under.
Just tasteless. That's what I named
And
that
no,
episode.
He's not Australian.
I was naming that episode. I was like, what do I name this episode? And I was like, what did we talk about? And then
Uncle Bowie.
mate. Oh, he is Australian.
Okay.
Oh God, I'm gonna get myself a fucking headache.
Podcast?
Oh yeah,
Are we an
definitely.
ableist
Yeah.
podcast? Was that us?
Can we get a combination of all the things that we are as a podcast? We're like the good hair,
Well, I'm glad we've
ableist,
recovered
racist
from-
podcast.
I'm glad we've recovered from the where racist.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
Saga.
we've moved on from racism into just making fun of
It's just
fun of retarded
we
people.
want to
so
make fun
it's
of people
fine.
for being born different, but we wanted to branch out from things like, skin color
went
and like
straight into
skull
actual just
shape and
prejudice,
all that.
just
We're
broad
trying to be
polish.
that
we're trying to be
Nazi nonsense,
progressive around here.
Yeah, we're moving.
We got a
up
new
the
flag in
ladder.
this state, so we got to make fun of a new group of people.
We do have a new flag. It's been a couple of years
Yep,
though.
it's a magnolia tree with
I
a
love the new
bunch of
flag.
ropes hanging down from it.
There was a
and it's,
better one. There was a better one than the one that we got.
I'm fine with the magnolia
I love
flag.
it. I think it
actually,
looks great.
it's way more like, yes, magnolia trees are in Mississippi and they're nice.
Yes. yeah.
Like, and
the
And
Mississippi River one was
everyone
really good
sees
though.
them.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, the river's fine.
I
I've been
really
fine with
like the
that.
one that had the river running up the side. That
Nah,
was a
but
really good
every
thing.
fucking state now has a fucking river on their flag.
Do they?
Yeah.
Man, it is our river.
Have you seen
But
that?
everyone
Where
else
like
likes
one
to claim it.
What was that? Is it like Uganda or something that has a flag that's like made in MS Paint? It's like very obviously made in MS Paint.
Everything
Really?
in Uganda is made
Yeah, have
with
you not
MS
seen this?
Paint.
It might be
No.
New Guinea.
Well, no, I say that, but most of them can't afford a computer. So.
Hold on, I'll pull it up.
That is, I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Have you heard the story of like Captain Alex?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, there's this guy. I want to say it was Uganda,
Yeah,
but he was like dirt poor, dirt farmer kind of dude, like dirt poor village. This dude like recycles bits and pieces from like the trash to paste together a computer just so that he can get like the barest of bare bones editing software, and then gets the whole village together to make this movie called like Captain Alex. And it is, I don't know how to describe it. It's definitely on the so bad it's good like thing, because the production value is absolute horseshit. Obviously, that is hilarious. Holy shit!
Okay, but like you say that, but I-
There it
the
is.
flag. Put that up on screen, Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick, put up the flag. I think it's Liberia, I believe is what this is.
Oh.
There's a
But yeah, no, dude made this movie and like
Okay.
everyone is super into it. You can tell they're all having fun, and it's just like it's weirdly wholesome because they made
But
some
you
money
say
from
that,
it,
but,
and
like,
it went back to the village. It's nice.
I've seen YouTube shorts of like, Africans being like, people think we live like this, but like we have modern technology. We just like doing it this way because of this specific
they
reason.
live that way because that's the way that geography requires that people live for the most part. You don't like unless you want to waste a bunch of money overproducing your houses and stuff. Like the way they're living down there is normal for the most part. The countries are mostly very fucking poor.
It's the counties in
But,
Liberia. Patrick, put up some of the county in Liberia flags.
Yeah.
Just put up like 4 of them, a select few.
Those people in Africa are just living relatively normal lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the same way like most Muslims don't give half a fuck about like America
Or
at all.
Mississippians.
Yeah, like we're even like the weird rednecks and stuff. Most of them, they're never gonna do anything.
No,
They're just
and they
gonna
don't
go to
understand
work.
politics.
But
to
you
save
know,
their
Yeah,
fucking life.
you know
they
who
don't
does live
care.
written free in everybody's mind?
Trans people.
Do what?
Trans people. You are right.
What
That
was
is-
your
They're
question?
not funny. Don't laugh.
Yeah, don't ever laugh at trans people.
People of color, trans people.
Queers.
I was tempted to just say the N-word.
Naomi.
just mayo monkeys.
Jesus, what?
You never heard that? It's a term for
Mayo
white people.
monkeys?
Yeah, mayo
Mayo
monkeys.
Yeah.
Mayo monkeys. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's a term for us, Eric.
Racist terms for white people are all too fucking funny.
Yeah.
I've never been offended by a racist term for white people. But also, I don't think anyone's ever called me a racist term
You
for
never
white
been called
people.
a cracker?
Like, not in an offensive way.
I've been called a cracker.
Like, not by someone who was, like, legitimately mad at me or anything like that. Like, I gotta be honest.
Not even a drug
if they
dealer?
did. What? No, I don't. Do you often make your drug dealers
No, I
mad
don't know.
enough to
It's not.
holler
No,
racial
no,
slurs
no,
at you? 'Cause I-
no.
I do
No,
not.
No, let's
I
move,
usually-
no, let's move on.
No.
The answer is no.
No, I've never had anyone sling a white racial slur at me, and even if they did, I can't see myself finding it particularly offensive.
What about you, Will?
Will's not white. He looks white and is easily mistaken for white. And
You ever been called a cracker
most
ass
people
son of a
aren't
bitch?
smart enough or understand genealogy enough to recognize that he could be anything other than white.
Does the guy in the factory
It's
that
weird
goes around
because
that?
like white people, you know, I'm like, so both you and me, Eric, and I'm surprised you've never got. Well, I know why you've never gotten this. Your face, it's your eyes.
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty
it's your
specific,
eyes.
aren't
It's
they?
your eyes.
Mhm.
What is it? Epicantic folds?
No, it's
Is that
just
what
because like, I
called?
have squinty eyes. So like white people, for whatever reason, you think I'm Latino or Chinese, right? Or
Yeah.
Korean for whatever reason.
It's because you have black hair. I mean, you have completely black everything, like stark
Yeah, if
black.
you were to tell me
raven
that you were
black.
something other than white, I would assume Hispanic or Native.
So
Just because those are the most common non-white, white-looking people who are up here.
and then
mean-
but like, you know, and then, you know, of course every minority race thinks I'm just white, right? So
Of course.
I'm like
Right.
it's just like, yeah,
I mean, again,
it's
that,
whatever.
it didn't even occur to me that you might not be. Like, you know.
Wait, so
it just-
Mexican people, no, like Mexican dude has ever thought
It's
you were a
mostly
Mexican guy and
just
then
racist.
addressed you.
Yeah,
in
Like I just
feel
Spanish?
like-
I immediately know you're a racist if you're like, you from around here.
So that's how you knew I was racist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, it doesn't really, like, every now and again, if someone looks or sounds different enough from me, and I've, like, gotten to know them shortly over a period of time, then I'll
You
start
introduce
to
them
ask,
to your favorite
like,
tree.
oh, like, where are you from? Like, you know, what is that accent? Like, you know, what am
Yeah.
I hearing right now?
Hey, let me
Like, is
show
that
you where
South
my
African?
favorite tree is, where I like to hang out.
Jesus.
Ah, yes, I've also
For
been to
any
Tremont.
foreigners. Yep.
That's,
I mean, when I get close to people, I do often show them my tree, but that's
Yes, of
that's
course.
a little different though.
the tree.
It's not for hanging. It's for you know, it's for,
It's for lynching. We call it something different down here.
No, we just crunch it up and smoke it whenever I show people my tree. But you know, that's what I do with friends anyway. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I usually take them to my house and we smoke the tree.
It's very different than what they do down in Tremont.
Yeah, in Tremont they use a different kind of tree, and it's not usually a.
We're gonna get sued by
friendly-
Tremont. We're gonna get sued by the city of Tremont.
Tremont.
Tremont's just like, we're not even all that racist.
Bullshit. Don't
We're
have-
only a little racist.
We're not even
if I
any
can
more
go,
racist
if I can go to
than
the grand,
Guntown.
if I can go to the Grand Wizard's fucking house, fuck you. Your whole town's a racist as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. I mean, what do you do? Like, okay. Realistically, you run like a republic, right? Like you're in a city, you run a republic. You have to, if you're gonna throw somebody out of town, they need to get voted to leave town, right?
Okay.
You can't just throw them out because you're the mayor and you think that being the Grand Wizard of the KKK is wrong.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, Grand Wizard of the KKK moves into your town and like you hold fucking session and you're like, should we make this motherfucker leave? And everybody's like, nah, I think he should have his right to choice. And you're
Choice
the
of
mayor.
what?
What do you do?
I mean,
The choice of what?
A
I mean, I
mayor
guess
is
you have to.
not
I guess
like-
you have to go with it because it's
yeah,
democracy.
the mayor doesn't
but-
have enough power to like.
No, I'm saying
outright
you
veto
call
that.
session to like, yeah, to like
Well,
basically it's a republic.
I guess
call
you don't have
City
a
Hall.
choice because it's
Yeah,
democracy.
if
but
the
So,
people
do you think
don't
that's what
agree
happened
with
in
you,
Tremont?
Then you have to let
well,
them
no, I
stay.
think Tremont was always racist, and it has systemically
Yeah, I
always
mean,
been.
Tremont
that
I was
just
way.
trying to
never
give us an
stopped
out.
being
I was
racist.
trying to give us an out to not get sued by Tremont eventually.
Fuck
but no.
you, Tremont. Come
Fuck
at
you.
me.
Tremont just has a pretty large amount of racists in it.
Allegedly, Tremont.
No, they're there.
I can go to his house. Look, when,
I mean, I don't know what the
when I'm
exact
talking
proportion
to
is,
like
but they're
when I'm
louder
talking
over
to
there.
a chip vendor and he tells me he gets stopped in the middle of the road to get pamphlets from the KKK.
Yeah. I told you that happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know while you were working, somebody else stopped to tell you, hey, maybe don't go too much further down that road.
Yeah.
Because weird racist people in white robes will shoot at you.
Yeah. It was
Look,
work for AT&T's a weird job.
when you have to
And
like
you're white.
Yeah, I know.
You're white.
Yeah,
Like,
but
no
I was
one would
also,
mistake
like-
you from anything other than white.
when
Did you have
when
like
you
nail polish and lipstick?
No, I
on?
just obviously didn't belong there. I was
Oh, okay.
I was very professional. Like
I was about to say, if you look normal and white, I don't see
when like
why
in
they
the
would.
modern day and age, you have to like you have to be like, hey, listen, don't go to this one town. To when you meet people,
Yeah, that's weird.
you're like,
I
yeah.
feel like that probably happens a lot in like Spain or something, but we don't have that much in America.
Yeah,
And
most
I know I
towns are
just threw
neutral
Spain
enough.
under the bus,
Why
but
Spain?
maybe I should have said like Mexico or something
Why Mexico?
because they have the cartel. So like maybe it actually makes a little bit more
Thank
sense.
God we don't have any violent gangs distributing drugs in the United States. That's a
Definitely-
Mexico problem.
Definitely not out of Tremont.
Did you see that Biden like called like asked the Mexican president to help with all the border basically?
As
The
that's
last
like
time we asked
grandstanding
the-
ass shit.
Yeah, but
The last
apparently
time we asked him, he
apparently
said,
like
"Fuck
it was
off."
no, apparently he was really receptive about it this time.
Okay.
So they're in talks apparently.
What is it? What could he
Talks for
possibly
what?
do?
What does the Mexican
well,
president have to benefit?
I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about. Well,
Yeah, me neither,
so
I
like
guess.
from what I hear, the Mexico wants us to open up like certain trade routes that they need
Mm-hmm.
that we have closed off.
Yeah.
And I'm sure like they want some trade deals because like we're
Well,
their
I mean,
number
the
one
whole
trading
point of
partner.
like, what is it? NATO, North Atlantic Trade Agreement.
No, NATO.
No,
No.
NATO
what am I
is the
thinking
one
of?
against the one against the Russians.
You're
No,
talking.
no. What is it? What's the one that we have that's specifically about Canada, United
Well,
States?
that
and
one's not even
Mexico?
that bad. Everyone's
There's
on
a
about that
treaty
dumb
that we have that
bullshit.
basically just says we
But-
can trade freely between.
Yeah,
the
all
three
that
massive
is
countries.
like both all three of Canada, Mexico, and U.S. basically tied all of our economies together.
Yeah. And people don't like that, especially in Mississippi.
It's fine.
People
It's
hate
totally
it
fine.
here. Apparently,
Fine.
it destroyed the textile
Look,
industry.
we've
Well,
got
yeah.
as much
You know what
tacos
else-
and
you know what
maple
else-
syrup as we want, and if
Yeah.
we want to keep those nice things, then we're gonna have to play
Yeah,
nice.
you know
with
what
our
else
fucking
destroyed
neighbors.
the manufacturing industry? Fucking capitalism.
I was gonna say, if you say the
Yeah,
elites,
'cause we
I
sold it
swear
all
to
to
God, if
China.
you're-
pay people a living fucking
your
wage.
communist
We
ass
sold
says
it
the
to the
fucking elites.
communists because the communists didn't care about their labor camps, so they were just like, "Yeah, we'll do it," and then take all your money. Sure, you know.
Cuba's doing well.
Cuba is actually doing all
I
right.
was watching that video of Fidel Castro today, that famous one where he's going to New York and he's like visiting New York, and then they're like,
How did they not kill him if he went to fucking New York?
They failed at killing
they
him like
failed-
70
I was
proper
gonna
times.
say.
Like that man was like had a monkey's paw or something in his back pocket. Like
Yeah.
there was something like
I mean,
he was
which
just
he's like on the
unkillable.
bus. He's on the public bus, and he's getting interviewed by the news. Some like guy in New York's interviewing him, and he goes, "The news is saying, or not the news, the Cuban whatever is saying that you
Coffee
all
machine
that
shutting off.
you're visiting New York today." And he's like, "Yes, I'm visiting New York." And they're saying, he's like, "Oh, they say you always wear a bulletproof vest." And Fidel Castro just like kind of cackles and like looks at the guy. He's like, "Really?" And then the translator translates like, "Yeah, they say you always wear a bulletproof vest." So he takes his shirt off and he just shows his like bare chest. He's like, "No, I wear a moral vest. that keeps me safe."
God damn, Fidel was a cool ass motherfucker.
I know, and all I
man.
could think was like,
He definitely dunked on the United States for a solid like 40 years.
Hey,
So
hey,
I mean-
someone had to be our Hannibal, man. Somebody had to
all
be
I
our
could
Hannibal.
think, all I could think was like,
I don't
is
know
he
he was a
really
full-on
that much of a
Hannibal, but-
douchebag?
Dude, the Cuban Missile Crisis. I get like look, even Hannibal in Hannibal's time wasn't like he wasn't that fucking big of a deal.
I mean,
Who was Hannibal?
Come on, dude.
The
No,
the
come on,
perspective
come on.
is kind of different.
Look me in the
though.
eyes and tell me Hannibal was a big fucking deal.
Hannibal was a big deal. He
In
ransacked all of Italy.
propaganda,
I mean, look, okay.
okay, because
I
he
don't know who
knows I'm
Hannibal
right.
is. I don't know
Hannibal
who he is.
Yeah, because you don't
personally
fucking read.
went to Rome and like ransacked the place.
He didn't. He didn't
Fidel-
ransack Rome at all.
He didn't go. No, he
All right, you
ransacked
guys
the
argue over
Roman
Hannibal. I'm gonna go
countryside.
get a
He did
drink.
not go into Rome. You're correct about
Yeah,
that.
he-
That
he-
is
he-
historically accurate.
Hannibal got all of his soldiers killed and then ransacked very outskirtish border towns of the Roman territory. And then they had a Roman legion follow them around until they basically attritioned themselves to death.
I don't know. He kind of made Rome look like a bitch to a certain degree, though. He kept beating them in open conflict over and over again.
Because
on their
Rome
home
had their
ground.
best generals dealing with a war.
Yeah, with Hannibal.
Yeah, you don't
Except-
have your best generals stay home. You have the generals that can guard the home front, which is what they did.
And then Hannibal fucking went around the Alps and fucking marched elephants down
Until I think it was Fabius, but I don't remember. But until Fabius fucking just followed him. Until he just followed him and it was fine.
Fabian or Fabius?
Yeah, Fabian, I think, actually, now that you said it.
Yeah, because I
Because
was
it was
thinking
the
like
Fabian strategy
something like that. I want to
that
say
beat
maybe.
Hannibal.
I know.
I have to say,
Scipio
I really like.
Africanus.
I hate to break up this conversation, but I really like that sometimes it's like once every 3 episodes. But sometimes this just devolves into you two talking about history and becomes a history podcast for like 15 minutes. Please, what the fuck are you talking about?
Look, dude,
Scipio
back in the day,
Africanus and
One at a time, please.
Let
Who
me
is
explain
Hannibal?
God damn it, you're going to fill his head with wrong propaganda. I already know it.
Who is Hannibal?
I'll explain it.
how much you love Fidel Castro.
Yeah,
over
tell
here,
me about how
Mr.
much you love communist leaders.
Mr. Fucking propaganda here.
Who is Hannibal and why does his name rhyme with cannibal?
So,
Did he eat people?
Let us know
Uh,
about the bourgeoisie.
A
and
few thousand
proletariat.
years ago, there was this guy named Hannibal. His dad made him swear vengeance on the Roman Empire because Rome kicked his dad's ass in the first.
Somebody watched the Oversimplified.
No, but I did. Well, yes, but I listened to a very comprehensive history podcast. It's called the History of Rome podcast. I highly recommend it.
Show you the Fallen Civilizations podcast. It's actually really good.
Yeah.
Oh, you history boys.
But anyways, so
I'm over here learning about how to make dick jokes, and you guys
So
are learning about all the
while
Roman
Hannibal was
Vikings is
growing
really
up
good.
in Spain, his dad taught him how to be a general. And then when he grew up,
Admirable.
yeah, and when he grew up, him and his brother decided, all right, time to fucking do the thing. And Hannibal crossed the Alps with like a bunch of men. He got a lot of guys killed. Like 3/4 of his army died crossing the Alps.
It wasn't 3/4, but a lot of them did die.
He lost an eyeball, and then he basically got Rome. He surprise attacked Rome. Rome didn't expect it, which and then because of some stuff happening in Syracuse, no, Sicily, no, whatever
no,
island is just below Italy.
I think that is Sicily, but it wasn't a Sicilian issue.
What started the
what
Second
they did
Punic
is
Wars?
they
No, it was more Spain issues. Yeah.
that's
Hannibal's
where
brother
Hannibal came
started.
from. He
Yeah,
was in
Hannibal's
Spain and he marched around.
Hannibal's
and
brother
attacked
started
Italy
a
from
bunch
the
of
north.
Spain shit, which Rome then sent their good generals to fight the shit in Spain.
Well, they had some in Spain, but they actually had a lot of them. They tried to attack. Well, the way that they got Hannibal out of Italy was not just through the attrition, like what you were talking about. He actually got ordered back because they switched tactics and sent an army to.
They sent Scipio to Africa.
To Africa, yeah. To shit. What's the fucking giant awesome city? Fucking.
Alexandria.
No, the one that he's from. The one that Hannibal is from.
Oh, Carthage.
Carthage. Yeah, he sent them to go
the
attack
Carthaginians.
Carthage, and then the Carthaginians sent word for Hannibal to come back, and he was just like, "But I'm fucking up the entire country of Italy right now." And
But he wasn't, and Carthage was getting their asses kicked, so they needed Hannibal back home.
Yeah, and they lost in that battle, and then I think died in exile later. They did never kill him.
That's fair. No, they never did kill him. I think the Persians took him in, actually.
Yeah, he went into exile. He lived. I think he died making a joke about this frail old man dies, and now Rome can finally rest in peace or whatever. He had one last dig about it. It's just yeah, my crusty old ass is the only thing Rome fucking feared. Fuck off, and they died. He had a pretty good attitude. I liked him.
I give him credit. He seemed like a Clint Eastwood type character.
Yeah, he was pretty.
A Fidel Castro ass characters.
Well, that's the no, because Fidel Castro did not jump on an elephant and invade the Florida fucking coast.
He did,
Okay?
however, allow
That is
Cuba to
not
be
what he
full of
did.
nuclear missiles.
It's comparable, but it's just too different
to call him the Hannibal of America.
Who would you
I
say is
just
the
don't agree.
Hannibal
What
of
is he?
America?
I don't think we have one yet.
I would disagree.
Who was the Hannibal of America? if
Fidel
not
Castro. Outside of Fidel Castro?
Yeah.
Well, that's not fair.
Santa Anna, maybe.
Because I think it's Fidel Castro, but I guess if I had to pick
Santa
someone,
Anna to be more accurate.
if I had to pick,
I actually like
maybe
Santa Anna way better because he actually rode up in here and kicked ass himself.
We
Yeah.
took his leg.
We did. We did take his leg.
In
We
fact,
kept that leg.
We have his leg to
still
this
have it.
day.
That was back when we were fucking badass.
Yeah.
You know, nowadays we try and kill
That's
a man
when- that's
70
when we-
times in a row and fail. Back
you know
then,
he's,
you kill a man
considered
and rip
like
his leg
the-
off. You know,
That's
call
when
it
we
a
were
day.
No, we.
It was a peg leg, I know.
You know what
You know.
fucking happened?
Hmm.
Is a soldier ran up on him drinking some water, and caught him off guard, obviously, and he was like, "Hey, if you let me go, I'll give you my peg leg." And the dude took his fucking peg leg.
And he could have beamed him in the head with his gun, but no. He just went for the souvenir.
You know, I looked it up today. No, yesterday. I looked it up yesterday because I'm writing a thing right now where it's a thing where like the characters are in the Dark Elf Mafia, and then the Dark Elves are in like a really shitty situation economically, politically, where their entire like
Kind of like
their
in
entire
Skyrim over there.
yeah,
in,
where their entire
Winterhold,
like
not Winterhold,
world was
but,
destroyed, like fantasy nuked, and then they moved to another place, and then one guy was in charge, and he was the governor for a bit, and then he died very, very quickly because he did a really shitty job. So I looked up, I was like, I wanted to name him after a Mexican politician who was like the most hated Mexican politician. And apparently Santa Anna is considered to be one of the most hated.
Well, you lost so much land. To
Yeah,
the
yeah,
US.
he's considered to be one of
Yeah.
the most hated governors.
And he was a
Mexico
dictator.
owned like
Like
almost all of California and Texas
He
until
literally-
Santa Anna fucked it up.
He literally had a revolution start against him. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, he was not well loved, I don't think.
So
by
I named
anyone.
the first guy Santa Anna because I was like, that's a good fitting name.
Santa Anna.
What about Stalin? Would you consider Stalin America's Hannibal?
No.
But we had the Cold War.
We
Yeah,
did have the
we
Cold War.
did, and we totally
Who's the guy
never
that was in charge
directly
of?
interacted.
Ooh, I know. Wait, no, I know who it is. It's Kim Jong Un. Kim Jong Un is America's
Again,
Hannibal.
They have to come over here and do damage. Osama
Not
bin
anymore.
Laden is more
No,
of a
not
Hannibal
because
than
of
any
ballistic
the people you've
missiles.
said.
Ballistic missiles
And
make
who
coming
has
over
hit
here.
us with ballistic missiles? No one.
Exactly, but they could. The people that
But Hannibal did.
but you're saying they're not Hannibal
Kim
yet.
Jong Un
We're
is
saying
no
who
more
could
Hannibal
be.
than Kim Jong Il because he didn't and Un hasn't.
And they won't
If
either.
they do, then yeah, they'll be Hannibal.
They
But
fucking
until
won't.
they come
They
over here
really fucking
and stop,
won't.
until they wipe up their pussies and come over here, I'm
They're
afraid.
fat fucking pussies.
I'm afraid that those fat fucking pussies are just gonna have to sit there and weep on the sidelines with all of their fucking
And I wanted to make a
non-functioning
comment
nuclear
about.
fucking missiles that they all have to pretty much pick up and throw at us.
I wanted to make a comment about his daughter, but then I forgot. I forgot his.
His
forgot
daughter's
his-
like 12 years old.
Yeah, I forgot she's underage. I was gonna talk about how fat his daughter is and be like,
Say it about his sister then.
how fat is his sister?
I
though?
never
I
meet
don't
his
know.
sister.
All
She's
of them
not
are
that fat.
fucking fat as shit. So
His sister's not that fat.
oh, wait,
Women
isn't
in
his sister
there
the
aren't
cute one?
allowed to be fat.
No, her his sister's fucking insane. She's worse than
Oh yeah, but isn't
her
she
brother,
kind
from
of
what
cute?
I hear.
Women,
Oh,
am I
yes.
right?
I was about to say I didn't say is she a nice
In-
human
in-
being. I
in-
said she's cute.
In that,
Like-
she's in control of your life kind of way. Yeah,
Oh, she's got a dommy mommy.
So you
kind
could
of
be
thing
into her, is what you're telling me.
I'm into it.
Okay.
going. Well, a communist
listener,
dictator
we've
step
never
on my
talked
balls
about
for a
this.
little while.
I'd-
if she's cute, I mean.
I'd
We've never
contribute
talked about this
seed
on
to
the
cause,
podcast.
comrade.
Yeah.
Not once.
What?
We've never talked about this on the podcast. Not once.
Oh man, we breaching a new one.
But Will has the worst taste in women. Like specifically,
Oh yeah, we've never talked about that.
Exactly. But like Will even tell you the type of shit that turns Will on is psychopathic. Like
Yeah.
Will is really into the idea of a woman being able to kill for him or being like violent or murderous to the point to where Will
Okay.
just is really into yanderes. It's become a running gag that Will is into Yandere's, and he's been
Make it
making
sound
that
like-
game for like 10 years now. When are you gonna release that game?
Deep dive into Will's entire romantic history.
Well, he got a degree in coding. He started making that game, and I've seen your code. It's dog shit.
I do like the voice
I like
modifier
that.
you use on all your videos, though.
Yeah, I like that too. That's pretty good.
Fucking hilarious. Imagine if I made Yandere Simulator.
Yandere Dev is gonna sue us now.
It would probably be a little bit better.
Honestly, honestly, though, let's be honest, he'll never get around to
Have
it.
you ever seen the Cum Chalice?
Do what?
Are you on terminally online enough to see the Cum Chalice?
The cum chalice? I have not seen
That's
the cum
correct.
chalice yet. No.
It's just Yandere Dev, but he's sitting there with like a giant like chalice full of milk. And then the internet bullied him into being like, oh, he's drinking cum. And then he tried to wipe it off the internet or something. Like he was extremely embarrassed by it.
Okay. Yeah, no. Yandere Dev, I think, is the type of autistic to where he's never going to properly be able to interact with other human beings.
It's weird because, yes. But he does interact with other people online in like an aggressive Chris Chan-esque manner.
Yeah, he's, I don't think anything. I think that's kind of dead in the water. I think he's going to continue floundering
Yeah.
for a little while, but if he doesn't get arrested, he'll just fade into obscurity.
Like Chris Chan. I follow Chris Chan on Twitter now, which I didn't before, which I should have. But I have
interesting tweets.
yes, actually. Like Chris has some of the most entertaining tweets and some of the most like it's a real like actual coin flip. Some of them are like, yes, Chris, you're right. Some of them are like, you roll your eyes as hard as your eyes will physically roll. But some of the stuff, you're just like, yeah, okay, he is a people. He is like a normal guy with sensible ideas.
I mean, he's just a big autistic nerd. Like the
Aren't we
base
all,
of Chris
Eric?
Chan. Yes,
yes.
like this room is filled with like a bunch of autistic nerds. Like
Will takes offense to that.
all
Look
of
at
us
him. Look
have
at
just
him.
a-
Look at him.
all of us
taking
have
offense to that.
just a hair of Chris Chan inside of us. That weird nerd who is just a little bit awkward. Just Chris Chan is 100%.
Would
that.
you be friends
Like,
with Chris Chan?
Nah, I just have ADHD. That's all my symptoms.
Yep, he has a word for his mental disorder.
Yeah.
He's fancy over
I'm
here.
clinical.
He's not on a
I'm
spectrum. He
clinical,
has a
baby.
title.
I'm clinical, baby.
Would you guys be friends with Chris Chan?
I mean,
No.
not really. No,
seemed-
I wouldn't be mean to him, but I don't think me and him have enough in common. To
I have
like,
the
hang out
hardest
and be
time.
friends.
I think
we'd
about
get
this
along.
a lot. I think about it a lot because like the people have tried to be friends with Chris Chan before.
Mhm.
Tons of them.
Yes.
And it always turns out that like Chris tries to use you in some way, like to his advantage, and it doesn't end up being like a reciprocal thing.
Mhm.
Like it's not like, oh, you're friends with Chris Chan and then Chris Chan is friends with you.
He's very frustrating to be around for long periods of time.
It does
seems.
seem that way.
But I feel like that's anyone with enough, like,
autism.
yeah, just because
Yeah.
they're not hitting the cues, they're not understanding when to stop talking or when to stop. It's all confusing for them, and like,
Much
Yeah.
like yourself.
that's just part of
Well,
dealing with
much
somebody
like-
who has a mental disability.
Much
like
like
that.
you, Patrick, he probably has YouTube on the brain all the time.
Well, also, he was raised
He's
by
constantly trying to
stupidly
make
old-
shorts. He's trying to make shorts. That's all it is. We've cracked the code. Chris Chan is only trying to make shorts constantly. He's trying to make those sweet 15 seconds that he
Yeah.
can make into a YouTube short.
There you go. That's what it is.
Why do I do that? What's wrong with me?
You're autistic.
You're autistic.
Yeah, okay.
I think that boy's artistic.
We took the autism test thing.
And
that-
you got the
Oh,
highest
you
score.
actually did?
yeah. We everybody in the house. It was me, Kira, Reed. Will, did you take it? I thought you took it. Did you not?
Nope.
Okay, so everybody but Will apparently.
Will's
took
like,
it.
I know exactly how retarded I am. I'm good.
Yeah,
He's like,
very
it's fine.
retarded. Thank you very much.
It's already been measured. There's no point in
I got
pulling
nicked
out
by.
the
I got
measuring
nicked by the by it.
tape. You
I
can do a
have
lot
the
worse than
scores.
ADHD.
Yeah.
I saved them.
As far as brain malfunctions are concerned, I'm more of an OCPD person myself, which sucks because OCD you can treat with meds, and OCPD you're just fucked.
Oh.
Yeah, I got the score. So it's like the autism Asperger's test. Here's Kira's. Patrick, put it up on the screen. Everything on the left, if it sticks out to the left, that is neurotypical. Everything on the right, if it sticks out to the right, that is like autistic.
I see.
You're big autistic.
All right.
Let's see what
Next
your
up.
spectrum looks like.
No, next. Oh, it was Alex. It was our friend Alex. Here is
Oh,
Alex's.
he's mostly neurotypical.
Yes.
Also, he's like a seashell. He's got the Fibonacci sequence
That's
going
right.
on over here. I
Alex
don't know
over
what
here
that's all
with the
about.
golden ratio.
All right, put up
Yeah.
Alex. All right.
Good job, Alex. I've only met him a couple of times.
Here
he
is
seems like a
Noah's.
nice guy. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I've met Noah several times.
Will's met Noah. Will knows Noah.
He's
There's Noah.
conservatively autistic, just a little bit. Just a little bit. But he's mostly got his shit together. Like, you know,
God, I love
actually,
Noah.
Yeah, I like Noah.
I love Noah.
Like he's like the least autistic of this friend group. Like,
Here's mine.
Oh, bullshit.
No, that's actually mine.
Bullshit.
Legitimately.
That tiny little wiener
I
hanging
know,
out over
right?
there on the
I
autism
know.
spectrum.
I swear to God.
There's no way that you are less
I
autistic.
swear to God.
Wow,
than
you're just
fucking
stupid.
Noah.
Exactly.
That's
I'm
your
just
problem.
dumb. I'm
That's
just
your
dumb.
problem.
I'm not
No way
autistic.
You're
I'm just
less
dumb.
autistic than Noah.
He gamed the answers.
I would have.
Yeah, that's how autistic I am. I made it into a game, and then I was like, how do I make sure that I am not the most autistic out of my friends?
Quick, throw a jar of pennies on the ground. Let's test this.
I've got Reeds here. Patrick, put up Reeds. There's Reed.
That also makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I can
There's
see that.
there's how autistic Reed is.
I keep
Yeah.
reading Aspel as Apple. I'm like, what does Apple have anything to do with it?
How Apple is Reed. But
Yeah.
yeah, as you can see, Reed's kind of like a little scrunch.
Again, more conservative, more like Noah's. A little
Yeah,
less
now
lumpy,
I
but-
am interested to knowing.
How autistic are you?
Yeah,
I know, right? Like you just after you see these, you're like, I want to know.
I want to see
We'll
what
have
my
to take
shape
these
is.
home and do them as homework for next podcast.
Patrick, put up their results. There you go. Is that what you got? What you
Oh yeah,
guys
this
thought
is
it
the
would be?
second episode, so we can put that in there.
Yeah,
later,
yeah. What did you guys think?
I knew I was retarded, but damn.
What
That
about
pretty
you,
much
Eric?
makes sense to me.
Okay.
I see it.
Okay.
I see it.
Makes
I
sense.
mean, you know,
These
I'm a little
genes are in the
surprised,
drains.
but then like it's within the realm of reason.
Okay. Okay.
I see it.
What about my list of fetishes? Do you guys want to look at my list of fetishes? I got a lot of stuff on my computer.
Why do you have a
Why
list
do you
of
have an
fetishes?
itemized list of all your fetishes?
Why do you have a list of fetishes?
Like in your documents.
I don't want to know.
You guys wanna go through my,
I don't want to know. I just want to know more of the reason of why you have a list of fetishes.
You guys want to go through my files for a bit and just see
I
what
want you
fun
to
we can
I'm
find?
not
explain-
sure if I do or not.
I want you to
Okay.
explain why you have a list of like itemized fetishes.
I mean,
Realistically, you want me to like give you the honest answer?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea.
one day.
Did
that
you?
was
Why
like-
did you make that?
I think so.
Why did you put so much effort into it?
I think I was drunk.
Oh,
I'm like
okay.
99%
He said,
sure.
let's put this into perspective. Damn, 10 pages.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, it is long. You saw it. That's huge.
It's big.
It's very
You ever
big.
seen that like 4 foot by 3
I
foot
like how you, like,
poster at work that says all
subcategorize
of
them,
your,
too.
like-
No, I didn't do that. It's from a website. I don't remember. It's like a furry RP forum that has like a little thing where you like make this list so
Oh,
that other
Jesus.
RP people will know what
know.
you're into when going into RP.
so that they can RP the right kind of
Yes,
shit.
and
oh,
I
they'd
signed
be
up.
confused with you.
No, I signed up with the intention of doing that and getting
Sure.
that and not doing like any furry RP. I did some furry RP, but that wasn't my intention. uh,
I'm glad we're staying honest
yeah.
here. I appreciate
but I signed up with the intention of getting that list, and I got that list after it. I guarantee you, because I woke up the next morning and I had that. So I think I was blackout drunk.
The story actually makes a little bit more sense now that you've said it all out loud. Just like you got blackout drunk.
Yeah,
you knew
yeah,
that this like furry RP
got
site had
horny.
a like.
Yeah, you got
I got-
horny.
Oh
a
my god, dude!
fetish
You want to talk about
listing
some of the
thing.
most like egregious shit I've done blackout drunk?
No. Go ahead.
I just always remember the Brazilian
Go
fart
ahead.
story. That
The-
one.
That's a pretty
brings
bad
me
one.
great joy.
Go ahead.
But it's not my right to repeat that story.
Yeah, don't talk about that. That's mine.
Be
So
egregious.
we have a friend. His name is
Billy.
yes. Let's call him Billy. We have a friend named Billy, and Billy is a Satanist. And we have talked about Billy on the podcast a few times. And if you know who Billy
Billy the
is from me
Satanist.
saying that he's a Satanist, then you probably know his actual name because I guarantee you I said what his actual name was. However, Billy's a good friend of mine, and Billy is the nicest man I know. Legitimately kindest individual. Type of dude to come over to your house, drink, eat, then clean up after his own ass in your own sink, clean his own dishes, and then put them in your cabinet. Like back however you had them.
Satanists are so nice.
The nicest dude in the world. Like kindest man to where it makes you wake up the next morning and you go, wow, I'm a cunt. I'm an asshole. Holy shit. So, to run with that theory, one night, I'm sitting in my kitchen. I'm at a table much like this one. Very long, 8-foot table.
Like how you changed your tone of voice when you just switched into the story here.
And I think to myself, I'm just getting drunk alone. It's the middle of the night. It's like 10 p.m. I'm just getting drunk in my kitchen. I'm shooting shots because I'm 22 and bored with life.
Sure.
I go into my bedroom. My wife is asleep because she has work in the morning. I put on a bunch of stuff that I bought off the internet. So I had
on some stuff.
So I took off some stuff first, but I put on some stuff I bought off the internet.
Why are you buying porn?
It wasn't porn. I was
No,
making
no.
porn.
This
It wasn't. It wasn't. It
this
wasn't
was,
porn
I
that
imagine, physical things that he had to put onto his
Do you know what
body.
Shimapan is?
No.
Oh, dear.
Shimapan. Eric, would you mind describing Shimapan real quick? Do you know what it is?
Not sure. That,
Shimapan is a type. Pan stands for pantsu, so it's panties. Shima stands for I think it's lines. I think is what shima is, but it's just panties with like lines where it's like
Striped- the
red
center
lines,
lines?
striped lines.
The center lines.
No, striped lines.
Oh, just
Striped
striped
panties?
panties.
Yeah, striped panties.
Okay.
Okay.
So I bought striped Shimapan, blue and white Shimapan for men.
Okay.
Why did I do this? I have no idea.
I mean,
I was drunk when I bought them.
It's kind of up your alley to a certain extent.
Sure. Yeah. I have pictures of me in them. Would you like to see them?
No.
Not necessarily,
Okay.
no.
So I put on the Shimapan and I went into my kitchen and I got my laptop and I don't remember any of this. I swear to God, I don't remember any of this.
I'm wondering now how the story had to get pieced back to you later. But
Oh,
please
yeah,
finish.
from Billy. Billy told me all about it the next morning. He was like, do you
Oh.
remember what you did last night?
Oh, I know. I love how Billy isn't involved in the actual start of this story. So now I'm wondering when Billy comes in.
No. So I
So
get
you're
my
your
alone,
laptop.
getting drunk,
Yes.
getting your laptop. You've got your girly pants on, and
yes,
you're ready to get
I'm
weird
like
with your laptop
naked,
while you're
except
drunk.
for like just like striped
Your panties, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, your
panties
striped
and like
shirt.
a
Yeah, yeah,
bra. And
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
bra.
yeah.
It's like a
Sure.
man bra. So it's like a bra
So you're getting
that's
kinky. You got your shit together.
yeah,
you're piss
yeah,
ass drunk.
yeah. I
and-
shave my legs. I shave my entire body. Apparently, because I woke up the next morning and my body was shaved. So
I'm glad that you kept your dexterity while you were drunk.
yeah, obviously, I was impressed. Honestly, I was a little bit impressed.
Woo,
I take
boy.
a bunch of pictures. I've
Oh,
still
no.
got them. That's what I offered to show you. I take a bunch of pictures that I don't remember taking. And then I call Billy on Discord. Video call.
Yeah. I figured it was going
He
somewhere
answers.
like that.
He's like, hey, man, what's up? I'm like, so I bought all this stuff off the internet. Like, and I start posing, apparently. I'm like, what do you think? Does this look good? Is
He's doing it for you?
yeah.
Is
Billy is a
Billy
straight
gay?
no. Billy's
I
a
was about to say
straight
Billy's
white.
a straight man.
Billy
I like
is a
to
straight
imagine-
white male. The
I like to
straightest
imagine-
white male. He's just nice. He's just kind, and I do not feel threatened by Billy.
I
He's
just
the
want to.
nicest individual.
I just want to imagine that's how you even said it. You're just like, so I
No.
bought all this.
My ass is playing it up for dramatic effect.
Of course.
I guarantee
Like you're
you.
trying to seduce him.
There's no way I wasn't. Why else was I doing it? Like what was going through my drunk ass mind? I'm blackout drunk. There's no way I wasn't like there's no way he didn't answer the phone call, the video call, and I'm bending my ass in the camera. There's no way. I looked at the
reminded of
pictures
that.
I took. I know what mood I must have been in.
Yeah.
I'm reminded of that Lonely Island song where they're talking like about the club and all that. It's like buses in the club having good like it was a spring break thing like drinking with bitches, seeing all the titties, marry a man. Like they were just like and they kept going back to marrying a man.
Yeah,
like,
I
look into his eyes, say my vows that I wrote myself, talk to some bitches at the club, slamming shots.
The next morning, I got some text from Billy.
Uh-oh.
Billy's like, "Hey man, nice talking to you last night." And I think to myself, I don't remember talking to Billy last night. He said, "You sound like you were in a really good mood. You said some dark stuff. I just want to let you know you're beautiful in your own way, and I support you." I'm like, oh my god.
What the fuck did I say to him?
Oh my god. you know your heart's dropping.
Fuck.
Your stomach has gone.
I get out of the bed. I look next to the bed. There's those panties
Here's
and the bra.
Oh, fuck.
And I'm like,
what are those doing there?
because they were deep. They were deep in the recesses of my underwear drawer, back of the underwear drawer, because they
you
made my wife just depressed. So they're way back in there, and I'm like, I didn't get those out for nothing. I look on my phone, pictures upon pictures that I took in the bathroom mirror.
He looks in the mirror, clean, baby-like skin.
Yes, no. I'm nervously running my hands down my legs. No hair whatsoever.
Feeling like the tingle feeling of there like being no hair.
I bet your,
Oh,
I bet
God.
your
Your
body
pants
was itchy.
touching the skin directly with
And
no
like
barrier.
after about 3 days, yeah. But like the first day you shave all your hair, it feels immaculate. You've
Yeah.
never done it?
Tingly. Because all of the cloth is now touching the skin directly with no barrier.
I love that feeling. Some people don't. I love it.
It's okay, I guess. I don't know. I don't shave very many.
The only
things
time
that
you
get
ever did
covered.
it was for we had to do it for spats, leggings. You had to do it for leggings during the Snow White presentation thing for being you don't remember that? I remember
I
you
don't
making a
think
big deal out of it at the
I
time.
didn't shave my legs. For
Yeah,
that.
you did. You said like
I've worn tights a million times with hairy legs. It doesn't make any difference to me.
I remember you talking to somebody. This is gross. I just picked up like somebody's toenail from my floor.
Lovely.
I remember you talking to somebody about shaving your legs. Did you not end up doing it? I remember you talking to them about doing it, and then like having like
I've shaved my legs like once or twice, but it was just as a joke. I've never
Really?
had to do it for any reason that I'm aware
You
of.
guys want to shave my legs?
Do
My-
I want to shave
Yeah.
your legs?
No,
Yes.
people get paid to do that. You gonna pay me to do that?
Yeah, it's like a barber. A barber would shave your
I'm not
legs.
gonna shave your legs. I'll wax your legs
Because that'd be fun.
Why?
because it'd be really funny.
Yeah. I'd do that.
All right.
For sure.
Well, that's the Anything Cast, folks. I'm Patrick.
I'm Eric.
If this video gets 1,000 likes, Patrick will let us video us waxing his legs.
I
Yep.
will. I will.
Straight up.
All right. Bye. I'm Will.